For me, I think the biggest thing that football taught me was how to overcome adversity.
At some point in your life, you're going to have some tough times.
You have to have that next play mentality.
That cohesiveness and that working together, that's really something special that you can't get in a lot of other areas.
When you practice that and you live that in other phases of your life, it becomes second nature because all you know how to do is fight.
It's not an easy game. If it were easy, everyone would do it.
You start to appreciate the smaller contributions that people make. You don't just look at the big one because you knew it took 6 or 7 other guys who are unsung.
And you can't take shortcuts and be successful.
Doing what they do to make it possible for the guy getting the press clippings or whatever it might be.
In this game, whether it's as a coach or a player.
So I would certainly say that you definitely got a very quick lesson in how to overcome adversity playing football.
Falcons travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles, and let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams in this ball game. For Atlanta, I think what they have to do is make this one a track meet. I like their offense. They're the #1 offense in the NFL. The way they can push the tempo and pace and spread the field and also spread the wealth, I think that bodes well for their chances. You want to break the Eagles out of their tendencies. They want to come in to this ball game and control the clock, run the football, and operate off play action. If they're down by double digits early because the Falcons offense have scored pretty quickly, then that's going to put a lot of pressure on the Eagles to try to respond. I think that's where the Falcons can get them right where they want them. Also, second, the Falcons' offensive line has to win that battle up front. They're going against arguably the best defensive front right now in football with Fletcher Cox leading the helm. And this is a guy that can do a lot of damage on the inside and also situationally on the outside. So I would say that Falcons offensive line will have their hands full in this ball game versus Philadelphia, and the linebackers cannot be late versus the run. They're facing an outstanding tailback in Darren Sproles, who does a great job of finding that little crease and popping right through it. Even Wendell Smallwood when given the opportunity, and we know about Ryan Matthews and what he can do from the ground game. So the linebackers of the Atlanta Falcons have to meet the run game at or behind the line of scrimmage if they want to be successful. And for the Eagles in this ball game, don't be afraid to attack deep down the field. I started to see a little bit of that in the second half of that Giants game. They started to go deeper down the field. And I think now with Bryce Tregg's second game in the regular season, I think they can go deeper down the field and attack this Falcons secondary, especially since they're weaker on the back end. And I would also like to see more Wendell Smallwood involved in the offense. When you have tremendous depth in the backfield like the Eagles have with Darren Sproles, Ryan Matthews, and Wendell Smallwood, the rookie out of West Virginia, get those guys more involved in the offense. I think Smallwood could help complement what Darren Sproles does as well already with the running game. And I think defensively it's about staying physical with the wide receivers. You want to throw off the timing of the Falcons passing game and get Matt Ryan to hold the football a little bit too long back there in the pocket. If you're the Atlanta Falcons, obviously you want that rookie quarterback to hold the football very long in the pocket so you can get that pressure back there and put him on the ground. And he has shown the propensity to hold the football a little bit long when that first read is taken away. So I'm going to show you how the Falcons can get that done in this ball game. And what we're showing pre-snap is cover 2, but really it's going to be cover 1. So Carson Wentz is going to see the strong safety pushing up a little bit here. He's thinking, okay, either he's coming or it's pre-snap cover 2 or maybe cover 4. So you're going to have your corners manned up on the outside. Their job is to be manned up on the inside shoulder of those wide receivers. Why you want to force those guys to go outside to where you have help in the form of the sideline. So what you're doing, like I said, pre-snap cover 2, but it's really going to be cover 1 because we're going to drop the strong safety back deep in the middle of the field. And what we're going to do front side, straight up pressure here coming on the outside. Going to have this backer drop in this zone, taking away that short route right there if he beats the corner across his face. Going to have this backer drop back into a zone. Now here's where we're going to get the pressure. We're going to get weak side pressure. We're going to ask this defensive end to crash all the way in the A gap, twisting with the defensive tackle here, coming down that B gap, and we're going to get C gap pressure from this outside backer. We're going to have this defensive tackle push right up as well, and the safety is dropping right here, vacating the space where this backer just left. So again, it's cover 1. Looks like cover 2, weak side pressure with the backer coming around the edge. You're taking away the short route front side because he's a right-handed thrower. Even if he's planning to throw to the weak side, this blitzing backer will easily take that away. And by dropping the free safety down, you also put him in the way of maybe a quick slant coming right here. He can house that thing too. So what you're asking Carson Wentz to do is throw it front side where you're trying to cover the tight end with this backer, and also taking away any quick routes for this corner. You can even walk him up on the line of scrimmage and get a good bump and really take that away if you're the Atlanta Falcons. But this is one way I think they can get creative in trying to get pressure on a rookie quarterback and get him to hold the football. This week versus the Atlanta Falcons, Carson Wentz and that Philadelphia Eagles offense, I think, can have some success in the running game and also in the passing game, neutralizing that Falcons pressure by getting outside the pocket and on the perimeter. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. The Falcons want to get downhill, especially when you're facing a rookie quarterback, and you want to utilize their aggressiveness and your personnel against them. And what we have done, we're going to have the upstart deep threat now in Bryce Treggs out there on a perimeter. They're going to pay extra attention to him because of his deep speed. And what I did here was put Wendell Smallwood in the slot and Darren Sproles in the backfield. The reason why I didn't swap these two guys out is because I don't want to give it away, because if you put Darren Sproles in the slot, ideally they're trying to do something with him quick and get him the football in space. So you don't want to give it away, so to speak. So that's why you swap it out in this situation. So what we're going to show read option or zone read here to Sproles. So once they see Sproles going this way, you're hopefully trying to get influence to go this way as well, or flow going this way. So we have a tight end on the backside and our front side. What we're going to do is bring him up. He's going to run the over route or deep in route. Smallwood is going to fake like he's blocking down. We're not going to block the end man on the line of scrimmage here. Going to get a good combo on this guy here. Good combo here with the peeking on this back. If this backer comes, the center's going to pick him up. Going to get a good block right there. Nice reach block right here by the tackle. We're going to have this receiver on the backside do is split the corner and the safety, hopefully pulling the safety here. And that way now Carson Wentz will have this in route, this deep in route wide open without the safety squeezing over top of it. Because what we're going to do is bring him to the outside, get on the perimeter. This guy's going to be in the bind, fake like he's blocking down, and he's running out into the flat. Bryce Treggs' speed will take him down the field, which will take away the safety and this corner, opening up this window here for Zach Ertz or Brent Selleck. Carson Wentz on a perimeter. If this guy comes and try to attack Carson Wentz, you have Wendell Smallwood right there. If he stays on Smallwood, Wentz can either stop right here and set up and find that deep in route, or if he likes his chances with Bryce Treggs and try to hit that seam, that sail route deep down the field, or worst case scenario, he's an athlete, he can take off and run. So this is how they can use Darren Sproles as a decoy in this situation. Definitely fall off to the guy in Wendell Smallwood who has good acceleration, or setting up for the deep shot to Treggs, or Zach Ertz intermediately over the field. So I think this is one way they can calm the pressure of the Falcons, getting Wentz outside the pocket and utilizing their weapons in space to perfection. The biggest X factor in this game for the Atlanta Falcons will be the play of their secondary. They have to look at guys on the outside, Robert Alford and also Desmond Trufant. Those guys facing a struggling passing game in Philadelphia. Can't let this be the day the Eagles get their passing game going. So the secondary, the much maligned secondary, will have to play their best game against the Eagles. And for Philadelphia in this contest, the biggest X factor, in my opinion, will be the play of their offensive line. Right now, the Falcons are getting it done up front. Their front four has done a great job in applying pressure, both at the defensive end spot with Vic Beasley and also on the interior with a guy like Grady Jarrett, who's doing an outstanding job collapsing the pocket from the inside. So I think this offensive line of Philadelphia, I think they've done a good job all season long, has to continue to do a good job in this ball game against Atlanta. I like the Falcons in this ball game. I just really like the multiplicity of their offensive approach. They can play any style of game. They can run downhill. They can spread you out and attack you vertically down the field. They can play the quick game, the short game, the intermediate game. It doesn't matter. I think the Falcons right now offensively is playing lights out. Now defensively, that's going to make things interesting in this ball game. Can they consistently stop the run? And also, can they not allow Carson Wentz in that passing game to get going? I think in this particular matchup, they can. Even if it's a shootout, you have to side with the Falcons in this ball game.